Welcome to Abagone's collection. I am Abagone and these are loads of accessories for Goku. From the pictures I knew what all comes in the set, but I'm still surprised at how big the packaging is and how much is included for just under €30. The stand with the aura makes up the largest part of the set. If you only want a stand from the machinations, you pay about €10, but you will get two. And the previous aura effects cost €25, but are pretty hard to get. So the head and the Kamehameha effect can be seen as a bonus, but for many people they are definitely the reason to buy this set. I like the aura itself, and it has been given more depth by 3 superimposed parts. The plastic is slightly transparent and colored a slightly darker shade of yellow at the edges. Both plug-in options of the aura fell apart when I unpacked it. However, they are easy to put back together again. The semicircle also has a little damage. A second front plate is included to attach the aura to the stand. The Kamehameha comes with an optional tail and a stand. The plate of the stand is built like a diorama and is much too big for my taste. It should be clear that the space is the greatest asset for collectors. Here is an overview of all the individual parts of the set. Fortunately, the aura can stand on its own. The stand is divided in two, probably for the legs. I like the Kamehameha, but I have an unclean seam on the front of all places. If I grind the seam away, I have to paint over the spot, and that would be more noticeable than the seam. It's really annoying and ugly. Since the set is specially made for the full power Goku, I bought him again. Apart from the Tamashii quality seal, I can't see any difference in the packaging. Like the effect set, the full power Goku cost €30. I can absolutely recommend him as a starter figure, and it's probably my favorite figure in this price segment. figure comes with the absolute minimum. I just added the head from the set. I think I can see slight color differences in the hair in direct comparison, but it's almost imaginary. On closer inspection you can see unclean seams in the hair. The faceplate is the important part of the head from the set. The folds are molded and not just printed on. It fits perfectly on the normal head. In comparison with the figure's screaming face, you can see how high quality the set face is. The hair hardly flows to the right, but more to the back, and is more prominent from the side. However, it is much simpler in design. I prefer the old hair. For comparison, here's the aura from the event exclusive Awakening Goku. The aura that was available to buy separately is painted differently and has orange tips. I like the new aura much better. It's a bit bigger and has more depth thanks to all the individual parts. The old yellow aura is currently only available second-hand and is therefore much more expensive. There are copies, but they are all unpainted. I'm glad that the Kamehameha has been given an optional tail. This means that the figures with a different skin color or gloves can also use the effect. Or even one-handed like Gohan. The stand itself is of high quality, but as I said, the foot is a little too big. But if it were smaller, it would probably just fall over due to the weight of the aura and the figure. The arm can be moved and secured in 3 different ways. Firstly, the angle can be adjusted using the second foot. Then the arm can be extended, and then the joint for the actual gripper arm. I can absolutely recommend this set. Even if not everything is perfect or interesting, it still delivers a lot for the price. There are not many negative points, and they are almost not worth mentioning. In my opinion, the stand is too big, the aura fell apart in places, and the quality of the head can't keep up with the standard head. It's really only the face that's interesting. I tried to recreate a pose from the packaging, and I think I did a pretty good job. The differences may come from the angle from which the photo was taken. Let's move on to the MugenToys Takaratoni Hadouken. I stumbled across it by chance and bought it straight away. And I'm glad I reacted the way I did, because Tony made only a few of them. The effect comes with LEDs and even batteries. The colors of the LEDs can be adjusted. The batteries were discharged extremely quickly without use, and the electronics in general are very cheap. Quite expensive at around 60 euro, almost half of which is due to shipping and custom fees. As you can see, the LED in the large ball appears much weaker. The effect can be split into a small and a large ball. And if you have two, the two large balls fit onto one another. The biggest up and downside is the size itself. On the one hand, I like that the effect is so big. On the other hand, it takes up a lot of space. The price for just one accessory is hefty, but you also get a lot. You shouldn't expect much from the electrical parts, and they are also noticeably cheap. The rest feels high quality. Here is the other effect in comparison. Next up is Son Goku's effect parts set, with Son Goku a Saiyan raised on Earth. The set cost me 33 euro and the figure 30. I was very excited when the set was announced. Unfortunately, the set turned out to be a huge disappointment. It comes only with one holder for the energy balls. This fact alone is a huge impudence, and in my case it also broke immediately. There are several rings included to connect the effects to the figure, and of course the effects themselves. The Saiyan raised on Earth figure is the standard Goku. There's nothing really wrong with it. In my opinion, however, he has the wrong symbol printed on him. I would have preferred either no symbol or the Kame and Kaio symbol. This way, this figure and the superhero version are too similar to each other. Here too, only the absolute minimum of accessories are included. I added the head from the set. As I said before, the set is a bitter disappointment for me. Only the alternative head is really usable. Not only is the effect holder for the ball broken, but also one of the rings. If I had done more with the set, I'm sure more would have been broken. Here are the other effects up close. And as always, a look into my display case. See you next time.